What's good, Joe? Welcome back to the CFL podcast where today, one of the biggest additions for South Carolina State coming all the way from the Power Five, right? Wake Forest. Mr. Zion Kieth, man, when I saw him, I had to have him on. So without further ado, Zion Kieth, man, Zion, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It's a great day to be a Bulldog, my God. How you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm glad you asked, man. It's definitely a great day to be a Bulldog for sure. Now,
Yeah.
I wanna start off with a few icebreakers, right? So number one, you a DB, so I need you to give me your top three Bs in the game right now.
Oh, my top three Bs in the game right now. Jalen Ramsey, that's number one. Uh, I'm a big Trey White guy, even though he was hurt last year. That's my
Okay.
number two. And I'm a Jair Alexander guy, just because of his production, things he does. Those are
I
my
like
top three.
I like that list. I like that list. So when I ask DBs, they list be varying on dudes. I like your list though. I ain't
Yeah,
never even heard nobody mention Trey White, to be honest with you.
that's right.
So all right, now we both from South Carolina. That's what we both born and raised, right?
Oh,
In
yeah.
your opinion, who's the best athlete to come out the state?
Ooh, that's tough. But I have to give it to Jadeveon Clowney, man.
Okay, see, all
Man,
right, we on the same page with that.
man,
Why Clown?
Man, I watched Clowney film. Clowney played running back, defensive end. Then he ran track, man. It's crazy. Then he went on to produce at South Carolina and be the number one pick. That's crazy.
Number one pick, right. Absolute legend in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, for you, right, would you rather not give up any touchdowns all season or catch a pick in every game all season?
Ooh, that's tough. I'd rather not give up a touchdown. I'm I'm all about what's best for the team, and I feel like if I cannot give up touchdowns, and I can feel like Jablowski can get 3 sacks. I feel like Pat can get 3 sacks.
Mm.
Hey, that's game.
Hey, nah, that's a great mindset to have, dog. Like so far it's only been one person to choose the picks,
Yeah.
right? And I love that y'all take that other route, man. Y'all are more team driven. Not that there's anything wrong with choosing the picks, of course, but y'all are more team driven. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's one part of your game that you could really flex about if you had to? Like, what's something you could really hang your hat on?
Okay. I think one thing about my game I can really flex is that I'm versatile. I feel like I could play the nickel position, the safety position, the corner position. I even played receiver in high school. So one thing about my game I feel like I can flex about is I'm versatile. I can play multiple positions. I can learn a lot of different schemes, things of that nature.
Okay, so you a very versatile dude. And we gonna get to that receiver thing later because it's something I gotta ask you about that. I saw your stats, bro. I saw the stats, but we gonna get to that later. All right, now if you could have any NIL deal from any company, I mean any company, what would it be?
It'd have to be Ethica. I'm a
It
big
has to be what?
I'm a big Ethica guy.
Ethic. Oh,
I love
the
Ethica,
underwear.
man. Yeah, the
Nah,
underwear.
they do be fresh though. They do be fresh though. So I see why you picked it. I like that. Now you're familiar with Coach 30's video, like
Coach
not
Baby,
really an athlete, piss down your leg, like that dude.
oh yeah, I'm pretty familiar.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have you had a welcome to college football moment? Like, have you had an embarrassing moment in college yet? That's a funny story now because you done passed it that you can tell us about.
Man, there's a story that I can tell about Kenny Pickett. So we're playing in the ACC championship.
Uh-huh.
It's 0-0. So I'm kind of trying to get a feel for the game. So Kenny Pickett decides to take off. So he takes off. He's running. And I'm like, okay, he's pretty fast. He's faster than what film advertised.
Right.
So then he goes to fake slide. We have 3 defenders around him.
You was one of them?
I'm one of the guys. I'm getting off a block from Jordan Addison. My other guy, he just got drafted to the Chargers. And the other guy was an all-ACC safety. He fake slides and just sprints and outruns all us, bro. And it was like,
yo,
it's like welcome. This wasn't even a welcome to college football. This is welcome to that next step above college football.
yeah,
Like the elite, Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, I remember seeing that play, and I was like, number one, it was unfair to y'all anyway, because like you hit him, it's a penalty because you think he going down, and then, like
Yeah,
that's why they had to ban the move, right? Like he was never able to do it after that first time.
man, it was crazy, man. The move was crazy. It was like an AI crossover when it first came out.
Dog, no, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Hey, shout out to my boy Jablonski up in here. My boy, hey,
That's
I
my
can't wait
dog.
to ball out. Y'all already know he is my pick for defensive player of the year next season. We gonna see what happens though.
Yeah.
Hey, next question. All right, what do you do when you not playing football? Like, do you need a break from it, or are you always around the game in some way? Like, whether you're watching it or 7-on-7, like what do you do when you're not playing football?
When I'm not playing football, I'm playing a video game for the most part. Play a little bit of 2K on my downtime, and that's pretty much all I do outside of football.
Okay.
And I just try to balance football, my family, personal peace, things of that nature, and kind of balance it with football.
So, are you an Xbox or PlayStation dude?
I'm a PlayStation guy
Oh,
all the way,
for
man.
sure, for sure, for sure. Now, you said you play 2K. Who you be playing with? Who your squad?
I play with my brothers. I got two little brothers. They dogs on that 2K, man.
And you got a specific team that you use when you play?
Oh yeah, I like to play with the Lakers. Of course, I'm a LeBron fan.
I like you. I like you, dog. See, I'm a Lakers fan too. I love it. I love it, dog. We rock it. All
Yeah.
right. First of all, I know you play my career.
Oh yeah, I play. I love my career.
You still in the brown shirt? What's that? What's the overall looking like?
Man, you know I'm not in the LeBron shirt. I'm a 97 overall. Play shot.
All right. Now, when I watch college football nowadays,
Mhm.
every time you look at the DBs, they got a lot of drip on them. They got a lot of field drip.
Yeah,
Some of them I like, some of them I don't really mess with. So I want to ask you,
yeah.
what's your ideal field drip for a DB? Like, is it the shooter sleeve? You got the long socks, you got the short socks, like the visor. Like, what's your ideal field drip?
Man, it all depends on the DB. I say, I love the sleeves, man. I feel like they just give you, that Jalen Ramsey aggression. That
Uh-huh.
it's just that look, that feel, that I feel good. I'm gonna play good. It's just all with that swagger that comes with playing DB. But if it's a game where I'm guarding the dog, I'm going out there with the lowest socks I got,
Oh,
the
word.
the cleats I use the most all year. I'm going out there like it's a dog fight. So it all depends on the team, uh, the position we're in, our record, all that comes into play, man.
Okay, all right. Hey, shout out to Marquise Bradley, my guy. Hey,
That's all.
there's no other freshman that I am excited about as much as Marquise Bradley for South Carolina State. Shout out to him, man. Boy, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that man get in the pass, bro.
That's a young dog.
That's a young dog for real. Now, for everybody watching, how much years of eligibility do you have left?
I have 2 years of eligibility left.
2 years of eligibility left. Okay, so dang, like y'all not a young team because y'all all experienced, but like y'all young and experienced at the same time. I love it. Like Pew really got a couple more years with y'all. I
Oh
like
yeah.
that. And boy, State gonna make a run for a good while. Now, let's talk about your high school career. I couldn't even wait to get on this, bro.
Um,
You played, well, as you mentioned, you played a bunch of positions, right? But seeing you at wide receiver, getting over 1,000 yards, also playing DB, I said, bro. First of all, my first question was, what made you choose DB over wide receiver when you got to
man.
college level?
So when I broke it down, I really looked at my body and looked at what position I played at wide receiver. Because
Mm,
that every kid wants to grow up, catch touchdowns.
right.
So man, I'm looking at my body. I'm like, I'm 6 foot 6'1",
Mm.
180, 185 coming out of high school. So then I finally, start playing corner. I'm like, man, I can match up with almost any receiver. because I play receiver, so I know certain routes, I know certain things receivers try to do in order to gain a certain leverage. So I went to a camp at Wake Forest. Coaches loved me. They said I was competitive, and I just fell in love with that position since like 10th, 11th grade. Then we got a coach from Ridgeview, Coach Howard, one of the best coaches in the state of South Carolina, in my opinion. He asked if I could play wide receiver, and I said, "Sure, man. Whatever gonna help the team win."
Right.
And that all worked out for me, man.
Okay, so you are the most team oriented guy that I've ever seen, man. I actually, let me just say that I love that. Absolutely love it about you, and I know Coach Pugh does as well. Now, what kind of receiver were you exactly? Were you a deep threat? Were you a possession guy? Were you a guy who needed to be in motion a lot, take the screens? What kind of receiver were you?
I was a receiver who just wanted the ball, a screen, a fade, a hitch, a slant. I wasn't really a route guy. I just wanted the ball, trying to get it in the end zone, man.
You was a diva a little bit, huh? You played into that. Like,
Yeah, I
the
played into
ball,
that.
I'm always open.
Yeah, I was one of those guys. 7-Eleven.
All right, now I want to know about your recruiting story, right? Because a dude who puts up 1,000 yards at receiver and then turns around and has the same amount of success at DB. Who was after you? Like, what were your scholarships looking like? What schools were after you? And why did you end up choosing Wake Forest?
Man, so coming out of high school, it was pretty fun, the recruitment process, but I feel like Wake was there since, day one. Uh, they recruited a guy named Christian Bruce who played wide receiver for us. Talented guy, one of the best receivers to come out of South Carolina, high school wise. So, I got familiar with the Wake coaching staff. Uh, then we ended up getting a guy named Thomas Balcom to coach our high school, and he took me to a camp up there at Wake. So, I fell in love with it. And the coaches, they offered me early. They were one of the first schools to offer me. And then State followed. And then I got my last offer from Central Florida. That was my last official offer before I committed to Wake, my 11th grade year. So I ended up committing to Wake. Then after my senior year, it's just like Clemson hitting me up, South Carolina hitting me up, UNC, Duke. So it was pretty wild, but I always had that mindset since, like 11th, 10th grade. I was going to Wake Forest, the guard to Barry Hines.
I remember Tabari. I remember Tabari Hines. He ended up I think he ended up going to Oregon for his last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember Tabari, man. Dude was a dog for sure. Now,
Dog.
hey, you had to guard him in practice.
Man, the semester I got there, I enrolled early. He
Uh,
left.
oh, okay. So you
So
okay.
so I never really got a chance to play with him, but I seen him, work routes on air
Mm.
like that. That's a dude.
You would have locked them up had you got the chance?
Uh Depends on the route. I
Yeah.
get him on I get him on a few. I get him on a few.
All right. Now, give me one word to describe your time at Wake Forest.
uh Maturity.
Maturity. And why maturity?
I came in the Wake. I was 17 years old. Never really been away from family, and I think my whole time there, it was just a lesson of maturity, because I wanted to come in and play right away like any other freshman.
Mm.
But we had two guys who were just phenomenal corners. They're both in the league right now. And I just think, really just sitting there, talking to those guys, listening, seeing what they went through while being in the program, I think that helped me, mature the way I did and at the rate I did.
Mm. Okay, I like that. And before we keep going on, hey everybody, like the stream that's watching. All right. Tierra Terry said he transferred to South Carolina State. LOL, why I never seen the recruitment stuff. CFL don't do it. Yeah, so I put a video out on Zion. You might have missed that. But yeah, I definitely do. I do recruiting stuff for a lot of schools. So his video is out there. You just got to go back and see it. But yes, he's at South Carolina State now. All right,
Yes.
now let's keep moving forward. Right, what was your best on the field moment at Wake Forest? Like maybe it's a favorite play of yours that you made. Like in your opinion, what's your best on the field moment?
Has to be the pick six versus Campbell during the Corona season.
I figured that was coming. Okay, now take me through that play. Like what happened? Like how did that come about?
Man, so it was a game. We playing Campbell. Coach wanted everybody on the same level. We just got blew out by Clemson the first game.
Mm.
My first game started, and I had to try to tackle Travis Etienne. Whew, it was a dog fight.
Dang, first
Then
round pick Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne, man. So we play Campbell. Coach is like, I don't want them to score a point. Blah 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 blah. You guys are on a different level than them. So we go out there. They're playing really well. The first drive, I think they came down and scored on us, and then it got deep into the game. And the quarterback rolled out, tried to throw it across his body. Pick.
Uh, yeah, big mistake there. You don't do that. Now, when you scored the touchdown, like, were you how hyped was you, man? Like, cause you know that was gonna be played for a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I think I know you already had it in your head. Like, man, I'm gonna clip this and post it, and like this gonna be the top play the whole week. Like, how was you feeling when you made that play?
And when I made the play, it was just like crazy because like I know the work that me and my teammates put in, and I know like that type of defense we had. We were, everybody on that defense could make a play at any time within the game. And when I made that play, it just felt good, especially when the guys came, met me in the end zone. I think that was just the best feeling in the world.
Now, fan question. Tierra Terry wants to know what is his measurement. So if you can tell her your measurements so she can
Uh, 6'1", 185.
6'1", 185. There you go, Terry. Now let's keep this thing rolling. Now, what is the toughest environment that you had to play in at Wake Forest? Was it Death Valley at Clemson, or was it like what was it?
It was most definitely Enter Sandman, Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah,
Virginia
yeah.
Tech rocks.
I heard like I even seen the videos on Virginia
Like,
Tech. Like that's was it a night game?
yeah, it was a night game.
Oh my
Coach,
goodness.
matter of fact, it was Coach, what's the defense coordinator, the legend? Uh, the legend from Virginia Tech.
Oh,
Oh,
I forget that man's name.
Coach, but it's something. It was his last home game.
No, and y'all
Man,
was the opponent.
and they came out crazy formations. I'm talking about unbalanced, hitting
Yeah.
us all type of screens, man, tight end screens. Stuff we never seen on film, man. They killing us. Keys on third down.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right. So you know what, like tell me about that, right? Because like I've never played in an environment like that. Clearly, is it true? Like, can you not hear what your teammates and coaches are saying
You
in
can't
that type of environment? No.
you can't hear. You can't hear. You have
So
to
like,
really use like hands, sign language,
so
anything to get it over to the corner, cloud,
yeah.
cut, all type of things.
So this is why they prioritize you, like really knowing your stuff before they put you out there. Because imagine you don't know the playbook and you in that type of environment and you can't hear. Now you getting burnt up the sideline for a touchdown. Okay, I get it now.
Exactly.
I get
Yeah.
it now. So like, is it so loud that it's just like your ears are ringing? Like, can you really hear what people are saying from the stands? Like, it's like which one is it?
Man, it's just like a
Oh, that's crazy.
constantly in your ear.
That's crazy.
Constantly
Now,
in your ear.
you played in the bowl game, right? The Tax Slayer Bowl.
Mhm.
The thing I've always wanted to know, right? When it comes to other schools, not every school can make a New Year's Six bowl, like a Sugar Bowl or a Fiesta Bowl or anything like that. So when it comes to these type of bowls, like the Tax Slayer Bowl, how serious do the players take it? Like I know the coaches take it seriously, but like when the player finds out, like, okay, I'm going to the Tax Slayer Bowl. I can't, like, are they like, I can't wait? Like, we in a bowl game, we excited, or are we like, okay, it's a chance to get more tape and everything like that, so we'll take it, but we ain't too excited about it. What's the mentality with those bowl games?
The mentality is win, get your gifts, and go home as fast as possible. But nah, but nah. On the serious note, it all depends on who you play again. Like when we're about to play Texas A&M, guys, you can tell like guys was already defeated. Certain guys was already defeated. But then when they came out and said Rutgers, oof, everybody wanted the ball. Then everybody want to play then. So I think it all depends on the opponent, the health of your team at the time.
Mm.
Because if you got a healthy team, man, let's go. We ready to suit up. But say if you down a couple running backs, you working on your seventh offensive lineman. It's
Mm.
gonna be tough to get the whole team ready and believe that they can win that bowl game.
Now, why are some guys like that, right? Like if I see a Texas A&M on the schedule, I'm hyped because
Yeah.
that's the opportunity for me to show what I can do in front of the top tier competition, so to speak. So like, why do some guys see those games on the schedule and think, damn, like I ain't even trying to like why is it like that?
And I think it's just from being younger and previously watching older Texas A&M teams, or because they beat Alabama earlier that year. Guys like, oh no, like they beat Bama.
Okay, all right.
But
Now,
it's just crazy, like how some guys flip because of SEC or bigger backs, things like that.
okay, now I get it. Right, it's the hype. Like they really buy into the hype that they hear about and they see about, and they kind of get intimidated. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, I want to know what the preparation is like for a bowl game, though. Like, is it physical? Are y'all still in practice hitting that week, or is it more mental because you're really trying not to get guys hurt, but you still want to implement a game plan so you can walk away successful? So, like, is it more physical or mental when you're preparing for those bowl games?
Uh, I think it's more mental. Just keeping everybody, locked in from the walk-ons to the kickers to the main starters. I think that's what it's all about. Just having all those guys on one page and on the court. And I think if you got all those guys on one accord with the same mentality, then the sky's the limit. I feel like our Wake team last season, no matter who we played in the bowl game, I feel like with our mentality that Coach Clausen, harped on us, we could have beat anybody.
Now, earlier you mentioned you said like get your gifts, get the win, and get out of there as fast as you can, which is interesting because I want to know what gifts did the Tax Slayer company give y'all for participating in the game. Like I remember during the Outback Bowl, back when Clowney was still at Carolina, they gave
Yeah.
him a gift card and like a pair of Beats headphones. Like
Yeah.
what did y'all get?
Man, we got some headphones. I got like a little note tablet with chargers in it. They treated us well. The food was great, man. And
Okay.
then we was in Florida, the best state in America.
Oh, Florida the best state to make.
Man, Florida, the best state in America, man.
Why? What? I need to know why. Like, why is Florida the best state in America? Because to me, Florida has some crazy people down
Yeah, man.
there.
For one, there's no state taxes, so all that's mine.
True.
Number two is Florida. I'm right by the beach, Miami, Jacksonville, Disney, man. Is what I think America should be personified as. Looked at as an example. Florida.
You know what? I can see, first of all that first reason was enough for me. Was enough. No taxes. The way inflation is right now, that no taxes sound real good. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, why did you choose to go to South Carolina State? I mean, well, why did you choose to leave Wake Forest? Let me know that first.
It was a combination of a lot of things. One, I wanted to be closer to home.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first entered the portal, I was thinking South Carolina State is number one because I just watched the Celebration Bowl. I'm watching Jablonski, somebody I just worked out with the off season.
Dog.
Go crazy, like go crazy on ESPN. So I think I've always been a fan of South Carolina State since Darius Leonard, those guys. But I think when the time came this time, Coach Sachs was on it. Like he's like, we're gonna get you here. Like and that's that. So
Hey, like,
once
hey,
me
coach,
and Coach Sack started clicking,
it,
it was what it was, man.
now, before you even spoke to those coaches in South Carolina State, were you weighing out options? Like, were there other schools pursuing you before you chose, or
Oh
like did you already know, like, bro, South Carolina State to move as soon as I get in this portal?
man. So when I entered the portal, I already had a couple schools in mind. It was either South Carolina State or Coastal, to be honest. I didn't want to really go to South Carolina because they're kind of rebuilding almost. But they got
Mm-hmm.
they got a lot of good transfers. Spencer Rattler got a solid team around them. But I always knew I wanted to be close to home, so it was either Coastal or South Carolina State. So once South Carolina State came around, I really thought about it. I'm like, I played with Jalen Barr against him. I
Right.
played against Jablowski. I've seen Jay Boone play in high school.
Mm.
I've watched Lakeview Bug go crazy. So it was just like, man, that might be the perfect fit.
Okay, and other than Jablonski, because we know now that's your dog. But
Yeah.
who else are you close with on the team? Like who really be in your circle?
Well, I know Jalen Barr pretty close.
Mm.
He's from down the street, Lake City. Uh, I just met Pat the other day. I was at Wake Forest with Kendrell, the running back.
I
Uh,
forgot about that. Right. Okay.
that's my
So
dog. I'm pretty close with Shaq, the receiver. Shaq and Corey, those guys are pretty close. But there's a lot of guys on the defense who I'm close with. Jay Boone, everybody. I just feel like the whole team's a vibe.
okay. Now you said the Celebration Bowl was like it played a factor, and that was going to be my question to you. But now since you already answered it earlier, I want to know at what point during the Celebration Bowl
Mhm.
did you say like, oh, nah, I'm going here, like I'm with these boys. Like what part of the Celebration Bowl really did it for you? Oh yeah, I think he lost connection. I think he lost connection. Let him get back in. Lost connection real quick. While he doing that though, let me say Reese say 803. 803. Okay, Reese, you from the 803. I'm from the 803. So I'm a little further down. This guy about to bring the wood good energy. Yeah. Yeah, no, I thoroughly believe it. I thoroughly believe it, man. I think he's the biggest addition in this offseason, transfer wise, and he's gonna come in and make an immediate impact. Transfer DB Keeps knows if he balls at South Carolina State, NFL scouts always at practice. Hey, facts. Like, I mean, come on, y'all did just put the Kobe in the fourth round. You feel me? Like, y'all have already established yourself as a program who is, like y'all are a program who is reliable when it comes to putting out NFL talent. And of course, they still got NFL talent on the roster. Like, we know Shaq is gonna get drafted. Jablonski is gonna get drafted. Like, this we know. So yeah, it's gonna keep going for a little while. South Carolina State is gonna continue to put themselves on that pedestal. Hold on, let me see. Let me check real quick. Twitter. Y'all hold on real quick. I'm gonna see where he. All right. I think his phone might have died, bro. My boy phone might have died on him. If that's the case, we might gotta end this a little early and come back to it. But hey, while he trying to figure that out, couple of announcements. The season is coming up. The season is coming up. So I feel like I need to do something big before the first game is played. Like I need a big type interview. Like, so this just in my head. Shout out to my boy Jablonski. This is just in my head, right? But like I want to get like before the Orange Blossom Classic, right? I'm gonna try to get Coach Prime. I'm gonna try my damn hardest. I'm gonna try to get Coach Prime, and I want Coach Simmons, right? Like I want to do like a little discussion, like a little pregame, like how you always see with College Game Day. Like they'll have the two coaches by each other and they're talking about their upcoming matchup and everything like that. Like I want that, right? I want to get some of the top freshmen who I know are gonna have an impact this year. So like if Marquise is in here, it would be Marquise. It would be what's the kid from FAMU? I did a video on him. That's my dog. He would be here as well. Maybe Mr. Peppers from Grambling. Like it would be something like that. So I'm trying to get that going as well. We gonna see though, and of course the Shine on Me X series. Next up, I'm trying to get Mr. Davius Richards of North Carolina Central. We done been to Delaware State. We done been to South Carolina State. Right? It's only right. It's only right that we go to North Carolina Central because for some reason during my lives, a lot of North Carolina Central fans feel like this was a fluke for South Carolina this year and that they'll be in the running. They feel like they have the best quarterback in the MEAC. I disagree, respectfully, but we'll see what happens. I think his phone died, so we might gotta end this early and then like just come back to it at a later time. I think my man's phone died. Fans wants to know how to join. Make it simple, CFL. So I mean, it's pretty simple. If you go on my page, if you go on the CFL page, you click the membership tab. There's going to be an option, and it's going to say join. Like, and that's where you join at. It's two tiers, right? I think one is like tier one is $5. The other tier is like $7, which is tier two. Like that's pretty simple. So go on my channel, my channel page, click the membership tab, and you will see a button that says join. And then you pick which tier you want and you join. And you might want to consider joining because when I have Ken Clark on and we got about like 300 people in here, like we did 2 nights ago, and we having a call-in show. Your call will get prioritized. Your comment will get prioritized as a member of the channel. It's only right because y'all are members. Y'all are actually paying. So you might want to consider becoming a member of the channel. Shoot. That incoming South Carolina State class. Man, listen, Greg, I'm Greg George, bro. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like this class, man, for South Carolina State is something dangerous, right? The kid from Lake City with all that speed he got, I'm excited for him, right? Marquise Bradley is my favorite freshman in this year's class. I've said that. I'm a stand on that hill. The running backs that they've gotten, right? The kid from Goose Creek, I like him. Demetrius Simmons, I like him a lot. He's a really good back, right? Tyler Smith from Gaffney, he's gonna be a baller. He's going to be a baller. FCSU, any other HBCU. I mean, every HBCU feels that way. So, can't wait to watch transfer DB Kieth play against the University of Central Florida and the University of South Carolina this season. Yeah, those are gonna be the game. The reason why I'm excited for those games is to see Jablonski, to see Shaq. Oh, hold on, he back. He back. There we go. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm back.
All right, bet. I was telling the people, I was like, man, this phone might have died or something. I don't know. Let's wait on him.
Yeah, my phone died.
All right, let me see. Where was we at? The Celebration Bowl. I think that's where we left off at, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what we're talking about.
What was the point in that game where you thought, damn, like I gotta see what this team about? What was the point in that game that really stuck out to you?
Man, since the first quarter, well, before the game, to be honest, I felt like South Carolina State was disrespected all year. I felt like, Jackson State, they weren't overhyped, but they were like, because of Coach Deion Sanders, they were like put on such a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
The team had to perform at a week, a level at a week-to-week basis that, it's pretty hard to live up to because your coach is literally the best cornerback of all time. And,
Mm.
once I seen Coach Dion come out there with the motorcycle, I said they don't. I said, bro, South Carolina State is about to put that dog work on them for real, man.
All right. To be fair to Coach Prime though, like he had surgery on his foot. He couldn't walk. That's why he was
Yeah,
on it.
man, he could
That's
have.
why he was on it. But I mean, I get it. It's flashy. Like the
Like,
motorcycle is real flashy. I get it.
I'm like, he's stunting on them, man. He's showing off.
Nah. I got that. So, um, you were rooting for South Carolina State when you saw when you was watching the Celebration Bowl.
Most definitely,
Man.
most definitely,
And
man.
what was your thoughts on that game? Like, because the first half, Corey Fields was kind of struggling. That he turned it up in the second half. But
Bro,
during the first half of that game, what was your mind? Like, what was your mindset? And then during the second half of that game? What was you thinking?
it was my first. It was the first game I could watch, like as an actual football fan for real.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm watching Jablowski, I'm watching Jalen Barr, I'm watching Shaq, I'm watching Corey, I'm watching Kendrell finally get a chance, to show the world that he can really play football, man. So I think watching that game, it was just exciting, seeing those guys just fly around, make plays, and once Corey caught fire, man, him and Shaq, I was in the house yelling. I'm like, bruh, it's Tom Brady and Randy Moss, bruh. Like they clicking together.
That's what they look like, right? The connection was just going crazy. The
Man,
connection between them was going crazy in the second half. Um, let me pause right here. All right, so I'm gonna put the link for the membership in the chat for everybody watching. Shout out to my boy Chris McCray for recommending that I do so. There's the link if you want to become a member. It's in the chat. Go check that out. Go do that. Back to you, Zion. Now you seen the Celebration Bowl. They walked off as champs. South Carolina State did. Did you believe that, maybe the reason why Jackson State lost is because they came into that game like just overlooking South Carolina State, or do you think that they lost because South Carolina State was simply just the better team on that day? Because like I've seen both sides of that argument, right? Like some people say like, oh, Jackson State, they only lost because they got the news that they got the number one player in the country as they was getting off the plane and they was hyped. And then there's other people who were saying, like South Carolina State fans are saying, no, we just beat y'all. Like we was just better. Like give us our credit. Like where do you fall on that?
that day South Carolina State played better football. They were the better team, like all around. And I think, once SC State stopped blitzing, and just let Jablowski and Pat just rush off the edge,
Mm.
it was
Oh,
nothing you could really do. Like it was nothing you could really do. And I feel like when the team is that hot and you're coming in as the underdog, as soon as you catch that momentum, you run with it. And I feel like that's what South Carolina State did. I feel like they were the better team that day. And once they got that momentum, they ran with it. And I think, that's what helped them prevail to get the win.
now for you personally, you're coming into South Carolina State. We all know you're going to be on the field. Do you have any personal goals that you want to achieve by season's end?
Uh, now I don't really have personal goals anymore. I feel like at weight, I kind of develop a mindset of more team oriented. But I do have a team goal this year, and that's to get back to Atlanta, no doubt.
Get to the Celebration Bowl.
That's
Okay.
the only goal I got. Get back to that celebration goal.
I like that. I like that. Now, what is one experience about an HBCU that you just can't wait to see? Like, what's one experience for HBCUs that you can't wait to have?
Uh, so I came to a little meltdown down there, but I didn't get to stay the whole time. So I really want to experience, a good experience of a real meltdown. I'm gonna stay the whole time, and I want to see what it's really like at a HBCU,
Okay. And
and most definitely homecoming.
gotta be home. I'm gonna
Most
be there at
certainly
homecoming. Let me
homecoming.
do that. I gotta be there. Like yeah, homecoming gonna be lit. Homecoming gonna be lit. Will you be playing corner? Will you be playing safety? A mix of the positions. Where are you gonna be on the field?
It's pretty much a mix of the positions. I talked to Coach Sachs, Coach Barlow. You know, they said come in, you know, learn whatever you can learn, how much you can learn. And they're first gonna play me off at corner, see how I do there. And as the season progresses, you know, as things happen, maybe I'll play safety, maybe I'll move to nickel, and maybe I'll stay at corner the whole season. So it all depends on, you know, where we at depth chart wise and what coach think feels best for that week or that game plan.
Okay. And what do you know? What number you gonna wear? Are you gonna try to get your own number from Wake Forest, or are you trying to rock something new?
And I'm trying to rock something new. I'm gonna try out zero, man. Try out the number zero, see how that's gonna look.
That's swaggy. That's swaggy. I think Sabir Kelly had that last year, and he
Yeah,
gone now, so I know it's available now. I like that.
yeah, that was a dog. He was a dog.
For sure. And for everybody watching, my last question for him is, well, my last two questions for him is about to come up. So if you have a question for Zion, now is your time to type it and ask it. I got two questions left, and we're gonna get up out of here. So now's the time. What can South Carolina State fans expect from you to bring to this defense for South Carolina State?
Uh, they can expect a mature guy. They can expect the dog. I love the game. I'm gonna bring a lot of excitement. I play with emotions on my sleeve, and I just love the game of football, and I express that on the field. And they can just expect the dog, man.
Okay, all right. And a question that a lot of South Carolina State players have, or at least ask, and I don't know if you have one yet, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's your why?
Uh, it ultimately comes down to family for me. I have two little brothers, a mom, stepdad, and you know my whole family is tight. And, so that's my why. Like I just do it for those guys, and everything I do, I try to involve family, and that's one reason I'm playing. You know, this season at South Carolina State, so they can all come watch me play. And you know, I just think my family is my why I grind so hard, why I do what I do.
And before we get up out of here, do you have any shout outs, anybody you want to thank? Like now's your time to do so. You can also shout out your social media so that everybody can follow you, of course.
But nah, man, shout out to Jablowski, man. That's my dog. He's been there since day one. Shout out to Coach Sachs getting me in here, man. Shout out to Coach Pugh. That's the GOAT. Shout out to you, my guy, for allowing me to come on your podcast. You know, just introduce myself to the fans.
Now I see we got a question in the comment section. Patrick Wise wants to know, other than Shaq, what receiver do you most look forward to facing in practice?
Uh, I don't really know his name, but I watched him in the Celebration Bowl. I'm ready to guard the slot. Bailey. I heard
Richard,
he's.
yeah,
I heard he's Mr. Reliable, man. I heard he's Mr. Reliable. Man. I was talking to Corey the other day. He was like, "Man, third down, man. I'm
that,
looking at Jack or Bailey." I said, "Well, them the two I want to guard all practice, man. I want to guard his favorite targets, man."
so like those are the two you're gonna be looking to go to like from the jump in practice to make yourself better.
From the jump, man. I want to make myself better, the team better, them better, just everybody around.
And when you seen the Kobe Durant go fourth round from South Carolina State to the LA Rams, did that help you? Did that help your confidence when saying like, I know South Carolina State can develop me and get me to the next level because look what they just did with the Kobe. Did that help your confidence with getting to the league from South Carolina State?
Um, no, I try not to, compare myself to nobody else. I feel like Kobe was just playing at a level where no other guy in the MEAC or HBCU was playing that. I feel like when I watched the Clemson game, it was no doubt he was one of the best corners in the nation, man. So I just what Kobe did for me was give me hope. A guy from Lamar, right in the PD area, he just gave me hope that even though things could be going well, sometimes you can face setbacks in life, and then you can just get back on the right train keep pushing forward from there. So I think more than anything, Kobe gave me hope that it's light the next day. It's not gonna rain every day.
My guy Chris McCray wants to know what away game inside the MEAC are you looking forward to the most?
Away game inside of me at what I'm looking forward to. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. Maybe one of the first away games, Bethune Cookman. I
Oh, y'all play Bethune this year. Okay.
think we do play Bethune. I think we go to Daytona, right?
I didn't. I saw a glimpse of y'all schedule, so I'm not sure if y'all go to them.
I think we go to Bethune. But I just want to leave my mark early. Set a standard early. Show the guys in the MEAC that hey, I can ball too.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen. This was a dope interview, my boy. A dope interview, right? I'm glad I got to let everybody know, everybody watching and everybody who's going to watch this interview after we get off. I'm glad everybody got to know who you are, so that way when they see you making plays, they gonna know like, oh, he was not only was he on the CFL podcast, but he said he was gonna do what he doing. So like
Yeah,
that's Zion. Like they gonna know number
yeah.
zero, that's Zion. He doing it. We saw him. So I appreciate it. Shout out to Laquan Workman. He says yes, the game is in Daytona, so y'all will be in Daytona for that. So can't
Yeah.
wait for that. But hey, overall, this was fantastic. Can't wait to see you ball out in this South Carolina State squad, man. Y'all are my pick, to go back and to win it. So can't even wait to see that matchup, man. But hey, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get up with you after this. Any last thing you got to say before we get off?
Man, go Bulldogs. Let's go back to the Celebration Bowl. Let's get in Atlanta, man. Let's bring another one for the home team. Go
There you go.
Bulldogs.
Hey, are you still going? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm done, man. I'm done.
All right. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for being on here. And of course, I'm gonna ask to have you back on at some point during the season. But hey, I appreciate this, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you too, my guy.
All right, man. You have a good day.
You too.
There you have it. Zion Kieth, the biggest addition for South Carolina State. I am so excited for this South Carolina State squad. Y'all have no idea, man. Like I'm not being biased because I'm a fan or that's the home team. I genuinely think they are in position to make a great run to Atlanta year after year. Diana, shout out to Diana. She says Kobe. I think she meant to say Kobe, but she said I'm dropping an SCSU football schedule in the mail tomorrow so you can be ready. Diana, hey, thank you. Cause like I'm gonna be on the road, right? Cause I gotta go. I'm gonna be at South Carolina State games, and I gotta make a couple Jackson State games as well. So I'm gonna be back and forth. So I'm gonna be the y'all's homecoming, Delaware State game. If that doesn't interfere with my schedule, I want to be there as well. Delaware State comes to y'all. I know a couple people on that team. I can't wait to see that matchup. So I'm gonna be back and forth between Orangeburg and Jackson. Of course it's easier to go to y'all games because y'all ain't nothing but 2 hours away. I ain't nothing but a straight drive. But I send me that schedule, please, so I can really get my schedule worked out. Shout out to my boy Bridge on Stop. Y'all need to subscribe to this man's channel. He is one of the up and coming HBCU content creators. Him, I forget your other two co-hosts' his name, my bro. I'm sorry, so you can put it in the chat and let everybody know. But those three are amazing. Like every time I was on his show, I enjoyed talking with them. Like all three of them, they all bring such a unique perspective to their show when talking about HBCU topics. Thoroughly enjoyed Bridge on Stop channel. Y'all need to check that out because my boy does great work, like for real. CFL, how many transfers did SC State get that you know of? So SC State, they mostly got freshmen, but every transfer that they got, I know of like three. I know of three transfers. I'm not even sure if they want me to share that information, so I'm not. But I know about three of them. Three of them. Zion being the fourth now, but before Zion, I know about three of them. He's tough. Hopefully, he works out. I have no doubt in my mind he will. Who do you think will challenge South Carolina State this year. The MEAC in itself is a challenge. That, like, even with South Carolina State being as good as they were last year, nothing was a blowout. No team. I'm not gonna disrespect Morgan State like that, but maybe Morgan. Other than that, no team is a walk in the park in the MEAC. Morgan ain't even a walk in the park in the MEAC no more because they got guys now and a great head coach. But if I had to pick a team, people say North Carolina Central. I can see why you say that, but to me, Delaware State literally brings back that whole defense while adding an FBS corner from Eastern Carolina to go across from Ramel Harris Freeman, who's 6'4", 205, 210, something like that. Asias at safety. You know, that Delaware State would be my dark horse if South Carolina State does not make it. But, you know, South Carolina State is my pick. You coming to homecoming in the Jack. So listen, I've been going back and forth with this, right? Because like I'm gonna be at the Orange Blossom Classic, and then the second game, I keep trying to decide, right? I'm deciding between the Southern game and homecoming, and people keep telling me like, "Hey, go to Southern. That's the real rivalry." But then I'm like, I ain't never experienced homecoming in Jackson. That looked real fun. I want to experience homecoming, you know, but it might not be as lit. It might not be as packed. But I mean, it's homecoming, so it's gonna be packed either way. But it might not be as lit. So I keep going back and forth between that. So if you got an opinion on what I should do as far as the Southern and homecoming game, then you let me know. My boy Bridge on stop. You better be at South Carolina State versus FAMU. Dog, if that's in the schedule, the FAMU does come to Orangeburg, bro. If that don't interfere with what I'm doing, I'm there. If I don't have to be in Jackson that week, bro, I'm there, dog, for sure. No. Come to the OBC, we do it better. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be to the Orange Blossom Classic. My boy Jordan and hey, wow, always coming late, bro. Hey, I appreciate you just being here, man, for sure. I think FAMU is going to take Jackson State out. South Carolina State will dominate. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. That week one. I hate that FAMU has to play North Carolina week one because I want FAMU at like full strength, like when they play Jackson State, because we know that's going to be a classic game. So, you know, I hate that they got to go and play an FBS opponent. But, you know, it is what it is. I think they'll still give a great showing. Zion versus Shaq Davis in one-on-ones. You want to make them great. Hey, facts, you know, like you heard Shaq say when he was on the podcast, on the show. He said going against the Kobe Durant every day, like those two, they wanted to make each other better. You know, so like the one-on-ones in practice every day, they was going at it. The same thing, the same effect is gonna happen. Those are two dogs, iron sharp as iron. It's only gonna happen. Go to homecoming. That Campbell game will be lit. I know, but like after seeing the Southern game last year, I feel like I just love the rivalry. You feel me? Like I love that talking. I love all that. So I felt like after seeing that Southern game, I'm like, damn, I want to experience that up close. But I'm gonna make the decision though, because you know, I don't know if Campbell fans travel like that for their games, but we'll see. You got to come to Southern University's game, friend. But homecoming is cool, but it's Campbell, so I understand. Yeah, but like I don't know if Campbell fans travel, so that's why I'm leaning towards Southern more. How impactful do you believe the other three transfers to be? The other three transfers have a lot of experience at their respective schools. Like they aren't guys who were just not working out and had to transfer down. They weren't bench warmers. Now those dudes played. So yeah, I think one of them. I'm not going to compare him to the Kobe Durant in any way, shape, or form, but he's coming from Charleston Southern. He's a corner. That's a replacement right there. I think those guys are going to provide. As far as the impact, I don't know. Right? I need to see how that secondary is looking because I didn't make the spring game, so I need to see how that secondary is looking from week one. But after that, I'll be able to give you an analysis. But hey, they got veterans. They have experienced guys. These aren't dudes who are bench warmers, so their impact shouldn't drop off at South Carolina State. Sorry I got here late. It's fine. Experience JSU homecoming is nothing like it. I might gotta do all 3 games. Y'all be talking about tailgating and giving your boy a rib or something. I might gotta go to all 3 games for sure. You can't go wrong with Southern homecoming. I know, but I feel like if I go to one, I'm gonna miss out on something on the other. It's amazing how JSU fans still try to disrespect South Carolina State. We proven we will play anyone and are not afraid to go toe to toe. That's true. The MEAC SWAC challenge, yeah, that's true. South Carolina State, we know they ain't scared to go nowhere. They went to Clemson. they going to the Gamecocks this year. They going to UCF week 1. They ain't scared to play nobody. They ain't scared to play a damn soul. So where the disrespect comes from, I don't know. You gotta ask Blue if South Carolina State, not South Carolina State, but Cameron fans will travel. I'm gonna have to ask Blue. Gaffney versus South Point. Ooh, I know that's high school, but Gaffney versus South Point, that might gotta be a pull up. I ain't gonna lie. Even though Gaffney like a 4-hour drive, I'll make that. I might have to make that. I might have to make that because I went to college in both towns, so I saw South Point play. I know Gaffney good, but I saw like the South Point play. I know it's 2 high schools in South Point, and I saw the team with the red and black colors. They ain't really impressed me out like that, but if it's the other school, I definitely go see that matchup. All right, so hey, I'm gonna get up out of here. South Carolina State fans, talking primarily to y'all. I want to get BJ Davis on here. So I'm gonna hit him up, but I want y'all to hit him up as well. Tell him, hey, CFL wants you on the show for an interview. All right, that man is a dog. It's a crime that I ain't have him on here already, right? So tell BJ Davis I need him on the show. I done had Shaq, I done had Corey, I done had Zion, I done had Raheem, and I done had Justin. And Jablonski. I need BJ Davis. I need BJ Davis on here. So make sure to tell him that. Gaffney winning. Gaffney winning. We know that. That's automatic. Gaffney winning. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all for showing up in the fashion that y'all did. Get Buddy on here. I'm gonna try. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all showing up. I'm about to get up out of here. Go get some food. Go see my girl. Have a good weekend. So I hope y'all have a good weekend as well. More videos on the way. Check out my video if you are a Jackson State fan on the 4-star offensive tackle, Miles McVay, one of the top tackles in the country, 6'7", 350. He has Jackson State in his top 6 amongst Alabama, Oregon, Michigan State, Texas A&M, and everything like that. Can he pull off? Can Coach Prime pull off the commitment? We'll see. His commitment date is next month on the 11th. He invited me to come to watch his announcement. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means they coming. Maybe that means they not. We don't know. But he invited me to come. He lives in Missouri, so obviously I'm not taking that trip. But I appreciate him inviting me. Hey, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.